It's one of the last things to come back following the pandemic, and it's cruise lines, and it's a work still in progress. All day, we're taking an in-depth look at this story as part of our commitment to dig deeper into those important issues surrounding the return of cruising. This week, Governor Ron DeSantis vowed to appeal after an appeals court ruled to keep CDC COVID-19 guidelines on cruise ships in place. It's a fight that's kept most cruise ships from sailing out of Florida ports. Now, not all cruise ships and a handful of cruises have sailed around the Caribbean over the past month.
So what does it even look like on board? You might be wondering. Passengers will notice some changes amid making cruising safer during the pandemic.
WPTV News Channel 5's Michelle Casada takes a look at the most noticeable differences on board your next vacation.
What's the first order of business once you get your welcome cocktail on board your cruise vacation? The muster drill. Well, now that looks different now that you can check in and report to your muster station by using your phone. It's all part of new protocols in place to keep passengers socially distanced and avoid crowding.
Add it to your cruise vacation packing list now. Whether you're vaccinated or not, a negative COVID test 72 hours before boarding is now part of your check-in process.
Then the cruise line will test you once you get to the port of embarkation, and then they'll test you again before you come back into port on your last day.
CEO and founder of Cruise Planners, Michelle Fee, says if you're vaccinated and have shown proof, all the COVID tests will be covered by the cost of your cruise. But it could be an added cost for those unvaccinated passengers boarding cruises in Florida.
Once I showed my proof of vaccination, the whole boarding process and visiting any islands was super simple.
Stacy Faulds was a passenger on the first Royal Caribbean cruise out of Port of Miami on 4th of July weekend.
So there's no longer the need to put on the life jacket and go and rehearse with crowds of people.
Everything is done through the cruise app, and also coming in handy on the app, the ability to order drinks or food right to you at the pool, adding to the efforts to maximize a touchless experience.
The biggest question is, what happens when I go to the buffet? Are they going to have a buffet? And the answer is absolutely yes. The difference is the crew member might, serve you rather than you serving yourself.
But parents take note. Some activities like kids clubs won't be available due to children under 12 not having access to the COVID-19 vaccine right now. Fee also says for those unvaccinated passengers out of Florida, some activities on board will also be restricted to vaccinated passengers only.
For instance, the casino might be, locked off to those who are unvaccinated, and it's only going to be open for those who are vaccinated.
But Fee says cruise lines are constantly reevaluating their current restrictions.
At some point in time, all of this is going to go away, and unvaccinated, vaccinated, it's not going to make a difference anymore.
For those itching to get back to sea like Stacy, make sure you speak with a travel advisor to get all of the information you need to get the most out of your next cruise.
It felt so good to be sailing again in the water.
In West Palm Beach, Michelle Casada, WPTV News Channel 5.
So cruising isn't just about the ship itself. Many people want to explore the different ports where they're headed. So all cruise lines say all guests must follow local government rules when they get off the ship, and that includes mask mandates and social distancing rules. As for excursions, many have said they have partnered with tour operators to extend health protocols on the activity. Carnival and Royal Caribbean are not allowing unvaccinated guests to do independent sightseeing, saying the guest can only get off the ship if they book a cruise line-sponsored excursion. Cruise lines also warn that ports of call may be canceled if there's an outbreak on shore.